We've been longing to do a Handel oratorio for many years, and the reason we chose Jephtha, which is actually Handel's last oratorio, and in my opinion actually one of the very greatest, is that it's intensely personal, as well as bringing all those other dramatic skills and musical skills to the table. Handel was going blind at the end of his life. This was something that happened to a lot of composers, not least Bach, and as it happens they were both treated by the same quack doctor who failed to save both their sight. But this, of course, is a disaster for a musician. It was a disaster for Beethoven to be deaf, but it was a disaster also for Handel to be blind, because if you can't see to put notes on music, if you can't see to put notes on a page, if you can't write, then you can't compose. And this became intolerable for him. And I think also there was some pain involved in his eye disorder, because as he was writing Jephtha, he had to stop at the end of the second act and put it away for a few days, a few weeks actually, and then come back to it and start again. And in that, what he is telling is the story of a very private struggle of Jephtha with this vow he made to sacrifice the first person he saw if he survived the war and won the war, and of course it was his daughter. The consequences of this are therefore very painful for him, and it's the character of Jephtha is one of the most rounded of all that he wrote, and of a very suffering older man, which is sort of what Handel was at the time. The suffering, of course, is completely different, but we feel the pain of Jephtha in the pain of Handel, or we feel the pain of Handel in the pain of Jephtha. There are extraordinary human relationships throughout the piece. The relation of Jephtha and his daughter, the relationship between Jephtha's wife Storgè and her daughter, and therefore when Jephtha announces what he has done in choosing to sacrifice his daughter, and the way his wife turns on him is so human. Things to look out for instance, there's a quartet where 4 of them are all singing at the same time, but all completely different things as they describe their reactions to the vow that Jephtha has made.
Oh, spare your daughter, spare my child, my love, for it stand my vow in heaven above. His voice is today. Oh, spare your daughter, spare my child, my love, for it stand my vow in heaven above. Oh, spare your daughter, recall this vow.
And then there are the choruses, which are partly participant, but also, like the St. Matthew Passion, partly commenting. He loved writing for good choral singers, which he had in London. It was the combination of the choirs of Westminster Abbey, St. Paul's Cathedral and the Chapel Royal, and therefore they were extremely good at counterpoint and complex singing, as is the music of the Baroque chorus. So expect some really magnificent and challenging, but dramatically viable and relevant choral singing.